SmackDown's gonna have the larger roster, whereas Raw had the larger roster.
Is that so? Do you think that's why they're doing with the whole TNA and NXT, where they're trying to make NXT to be the bigger brand, and then TNA be the NXT?
I mean, right now it's just a partnership, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Is that why they're doing that partnership to see could this be our next OVW or NXT? Can we work something out with them besides a partnership? Should we buy them out?
I think it's good to have them around, but not as like ownership. Because they've been partnering with Noah too, and they've been partnering with The Crash. Freaking Caden Carter was on Mexico's promotion, The Crash, like last, and that's owned by Conan actually.
Oh
But
yeah,
he owns The Crash, and then I think Tavion Heights from NXT was on Pro Wrestling Noah. Charlie Dempsey was on Noah. I think who else? There's other Germany. I think that WXW or Over the Top in Ireland. Judgment Day is gonna be there in October. So WWE's allowing them to go everywhere. I don't know if they should definitely own anybody. They should just keep like letting their talent like train in other promotions.
Have you guys seen that the NXT ratings has been kind of going down a while? Like they were in the 900s for a while. Now they're down to the 600s.
Wow.
Oh wow, they dropped that much. Is it because of the? Well, it can't be because of the TNA because it's not like TNA's taking the whole show. It's not like
maybe they should add an hour to primetime or something because it's like you're squeezing too much into 1 hour.
The thing is, like the storylines too. A lot of storylines you watch on NXT, you can't carry it to TNA because not everybody has TNA. Not everybody has Access TV. So I could watch them have a match on NXT, and then I'm like, oh, that guy's or girl's gonna be on TNA, but we don't really see it because I don't have Access TV. So it's like it loses its luster, and then vice versa. You don't know what happened on TNA, but you watch all of a sudden they're attacking each other at NXT.
yeah.
I don't know. That could be a factor too, maybe.
It's crazy, man. When Triple H was in charge of the whole that black and gold era, man, just something about even though it was a smaller venue, just something about the whole.
It was gritty, right?
It was competing with Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah. It's like what happened.
NXT at that time was 1 million. It was in the millions.
And it was like Ring of Honor talents.
I think that's probably why. Because now they got all these gymnasts and all these like football players. Like
that is true. That because what I just mentioned, we're watching guys that we used to watch in the independents. Now they're in the mainstream. We knew them. We already knew everybody that was at NXT. We knew them, and there was very little of the Vince McMahon people. Everybody else was Ring of Honor, New Japan, or TNA. And that's what helped NXT. Now it's just NXT.
Sean's doing a pretty decent job. It's just like, man, what's causing the loss of interest there now that it's dropped that much?
Botches. You seen the botches? Some of them are like, dude, you should not be on TV
ever. What you just said that how you watched NXT, but what's something that's happening in TNA, and then you can't watch TNA. For me, how I know the people in NXT, I don't know them. I know the people that show up. From TNA to NXT, I know them. But the people who are in NXT, I don't know who they are. Or it's like I'm watching this show and I don't know anybody besides Ethan Page because I followed him forever, Yeah. There's very little people like Trick Williams, but again, Trick Williams is an NXT guy. He's a WWE guy. I didn't follow him in Ring of Honor or PWG or New Japan or Mexico, or in the Indies. I never followed them. So at this moment, Trick Williams is just a NXT guy. He was always been, So unless somebody tells me or shows me video, but regardless, I never followed him, so I don't know him like that.
And like you said, with TNA and stuff, TNA are bringing all their bigger people to like NXT, but like you said, it's not like that. Vice versa.
No, it's not.
We're like, okay, Tavion Heights, no offense, he's in the Olympics and all that's great, but like he's not, like you said, like Ring of Honor. He was not in Japan until now. He's getting trained in Noah because of partnership, But you're not seeing like why does Ethan Page show up in TNA? That'll be
That would
major.
make that would
That
make sense.
happened. That would be
Yeah.
like okay. And then what if Roxanne Perez? What if like who else? See, I'm trying to for
Basically,
NXT
the
people.
champions should be
Yeah.
the ones showing up because that would make sense and that's what draw. But
I'm coming to TNA to defend my NXT title against imagine Josh Alexander versus Ethan Page.
yeah,
Ooh,
that
be
what like
nuts.
why that's what should be the buildup. And then I thought the fact that Josh Alexander turned heel, I thought they were gonna be teaming up. You
The
know,
North.
the North against Joe Hendry and Trick Williams. I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen, but
Why not
it's
bring the OC back to TNA? They attack the tag team champions. Who are the tag team champions right now in TNA?
that's hard to say. It's either the system or ABC because it's taped. So
think it's yeah. You imagine them attacking ABC or the system?
yeah.
Be like that'd be kind of nice.
Like there's so many people. Broken Matt Hardy himself
Ooh.
could just could make everything happen and make it work. They have the right talent. I understand they're trying to do baby stuffs, but it's just like, bro, at this point, it's just like like if you were at Andre, you just said they were in the 900s, now they're the 600. Speed it up now. It's time to speed it up because it's like I don't want to wait till. Don't get me wrong, would it be cool to see Joe Henry show up at the Royal Rumble? Cool, but I don't want to keep building him up just to see everybody believe in Joe Henry and him get
Crazy.
eliminated.
It's crazy how Triple H was able to do a lot within 1 hour, and now it feels like they're kind of rushing everything in the 1 hour they have.
Mm.
They're not letting everything. The only times they let things kind of build with a little help was with the storyline of who attacked Trick Williams.
Mm.
That was probably the most interesting we had seen for a while. And then when the whole thing's, I mean, it was Carmel, but you had to kind of tease other people be involved. That kind of focus is what's going to get their ratings back up. But right now, it's like they're even with all of Sean's good bookings, like they're lost in the shuffle what should be the central focus right now in NXT. That's why you need to rely on all these outsiders of NXT to come to show up to get those ratings back up. But that's only going to work for so long.
Yeah, and I mean, Vince did that during the new generation era. He brought it. He brought in other talent. He brought in ECW. So that's what's probably going on right now with NXT. TNA is the ECW trying to help out with the ratings.
But
So
then TNA needs a bigger platform. It should be like, it should be the next contract in CW. You know that'll be changing things too.
Hmm.
They went to CW or they went to like Fox or whatever.
well, the thing is, Anthem owns Access TV, and they own TNA.
So
That's
they're
the
stunting their own growth pretty much.
yeah.
Like, hey, just let off the reins a little bit. Give them. What about TNA Plus? Put that on CW. Don't have to give them the actual T Impact. Give them TNA Plus. You know.
Yeah, or like have NWA. They're on the CW app. They're not on the television, just on the app. So TNA could do something like that, where it's like they could be put on Peacock or Hulu, just so they could get some because they were on Hulu for a while. Their own libraries from
Yeah.
'08 to 2010. TNA had their library in Hulu.
So that's it. I think that's the dirty partnerships come in. Like anytime they partner with a company, hey, we're gonna give you like a little like nudge, to Hulu. Hey, get them on your network, and that gives people WWE more like, oh, if I work with WWE, I'm gonna get on Hulu. I'm gonna get on like not Peacock. Like you said, Peacock sucks, but
But
like yeah,
regardless, whatever
yeah,
that
something,
they could have had it on Peacock too,
yeah,
where it's like, hey, because of our WWE network and our library on your streaming service, we're working with TNA. What if we get a couple of libraries from them and we could put it on Peacock for 6 months or a year, whatever, how long we're going to be working this partnership, and then we could give a little bit of commission check to TNA.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be talent swaps because
No,
talent swap, bro, you got to send John Cena.
Oh my God, that
You know what I
would
mean? You
definitely.
gotta send John Cena. You gotta send somebody that's gonna draw money for that company.
And that's why they have to send the main roster back down from time to time to draw, because it's the weeks that they're hurting.
Yeah. And then
Imagine like
plus,
Sheamus on TNA. He makes an appearance on TNA. He bro kicks like somebody. I don't know somebody.
yeah, and even though Sheamus is not a draw, but he will bring buzz to TNA.
Well,
Just the
you said Moose is the guy that does the spear, right?
yeah.
So what if he tried to spear Sheamus and he turns into a brogue?
Ooh, yeah. They're missing a Worlds Collide pay per view.
They
They did
both
that with.
have one.
I know, but they should do it with each other.
That's the thing. They both have a World Collide premium live event, and they're just like waiting for the right time to do it.
I would say December because WWE doesn't have any shows in December. So, but it would be like, oh, we're watching this NXT, TNA, PLE, Worlds Collide, or
At Orlando,
Multiverse, or Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida, Impact Zone,
Oh, yeah.
or any arena of Florida, because
Nashville.
that would be crazy. Jacksonville, wherever the Jaguars are, AEW, take a shot at AEW, you know. But that's what like NXT and TNA, even though this is
Or the old Full Sail University.
oh snap, yeah. That would be a good one too. Is it even would they be able to have the show there?
Yeah. They still, I think they try to get like AEW there, but they decided to go to the other one, Universal Studios or something. When Dark and
Oh,
stuff, I think.
oh, during that time. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Oh,
think
I
they
didn't
were
know.
going to go. I think they talked to Full Sail, and then they're like, we'll just go. And then they canceled Dark anyway, so it didn't matter. You know,
Hmm.